Happy Friday. It is Fierce Friday, Fierce and Fun Friday. Why not? It's January 20th. We're kicking off Aquarius season right here, right now, and I'm so excited to be with each of you. So as you're hopping on here live, I'm on Instagram live, by the way. So as you're hopping on here live, say hello, say what's up, give yourself some hearts, let me know you're here. And when you catch the replay, make sure you comment and let me know you caught the replay, and comment with hashtag encore or hashtag replay and let me know that you caught the replay. Hey, Bill. Hey, Lenu. Good to see you guys. Welcome. So, guys, I'm so excited. It is January 20th. Like I said, it's Friday. It's fierce. It's fun. Let's create some energy and let's create some excitement for the weekend that's coming up. So, today we're talking about how to organize your life. Some really great ideas, and I've been getting some feedback. Feedback. I've been getting some feedback from people on, things that they're challenged with clients, things that they're experiencing, and how they can streamline and be effective, optimize, maximize their time, etc. If that is you, say that's me. I'm ready to maximize and optimize my performance, optimize my time, because I'm excited to give you some tips that'll support you on your journey. Hey there. Hello. As you're hopping on, say hello, please. Okay. So, are you currently experiencing some chaos in an area of your life? That is my first question for you. And if it is, it's cool. We all experience a level of chaos. When I say chaos, I mean like things are falling apart. Maybe there's a breakdown, perhaps. Maybe you're experiencing boredom in an area of life, or maybe you're experiencing like some type of breakdown, whatever that looks like. Maybe you're experiencing overwhelm, maybe frustration, whatever that is. I'm actually interested in hearing and curious in hearing what is it that you're experiencing right now, and how do you want to organize your life? All right. So I want you to connect with areas of life that are important for you. For example, look at your health, look at your finances, look at your business, look at your career goals. Like, these are all different areas, right? Look at relationships, right? So, and everything in life, by the way, is a relationship. Okay. So, what area are you experiencing a level of chaos in, perhaps? Okay. So, and I mentioned some areas. Obviously, it's not all encompassing. It is the majority of the areas. Okay. So I want you, and here's my first tip for you to support you in organizing your life, because you want to organize your life, you want to organize what you're up to. I want you to actually first and foremost connect with what your goals are. So what is your vision for this year? What's your words for 2023? What are you focusing on? I was talking to a couple of girlfriends earlier this morning, and we're talking about words like joy as a focus. My other friend, her word was faith. We're talking about faith. My word for this year is mastery, mastering different areas of life. Enthusiasm. Thank you, Alonzi. Thank you. Enthusiasm. I love that. So as you're here and engaging, please share what your word is. Okay. So connect with your word for the year. And there's a reason why I'm sharing all of this, right? So connect with what your word and your vision is for 2023, and ask yourself, what are some really important goals that you want to create for this year? What are your top 2 to 3 primary goals that once you hit those goals, you're like, oh my God, I crushed 2023. What does crushing 2023 look like for you guys, right? So I want to connect with you on that, right? So identify what those are, because it starts with vision. Everything in life starts with a vision. You got to know where you're going. You got to be really clear on where you're going. Because if you're not clear, where are you going to go, right? It's no different than on the GPS. You plug in, if you don't plug in a specific address on a GPS, where are you going to go? You're going to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Or if you put in like a generic, like say you want to go to Florida. I'm going to use Florida as an example. Say you put Florida, but you're not putting a specific address. Florida is a huge state. New Jersey is a huge state, right? And so if you don't plug in, like in your goals, by the way, in your vision, gets to be really, really specific, because if it's too broad, you're not going to go anywhere fast. You're going to be like scrambling, right? And so that's my invitation to you, right? I love it, Lanzi. Creativity seen and heard. So good. So here, let's go back to your vision, right? So let's go back to how you can organize your life. I'm going to reel it in a little bit, right? So organizing your life. What is the area of life that you're experiencing chaos in? Okay. I identified some areas in the beginning of this session. Okay. Make a list of all the activities that you know in your heart that needs to get done. They get to get done, right? So when I say activities, like think of tasks, like your to-do list, right? So what are the things that you know that must get done, right? So it could be projects, maybe it could be specific things. Maybe for you could be being consistent with working out, focusing on losing weight. I love that, Lenu. Very, very cool. Awesome. So what is that for you? So make a list of everything and then let's reverse engineer it. Reverse engineering is starting with the end in mind. Again, what is your goal? What do you want to accomplish this year? What is your vision for 2023? Is it being your best me in 2023? If that's it, then cool. We could talk more about that, right? And so identify what these things are. Make a list. I want you to do a brain dump because a lot of times we experience overwhelm emotionally because we don't have things written in front of us on paper. And if you agree with me, say yes, because we are all in that boat, right? And I know for me, sometimes like if I don't write things down, it may seem like it's actually more than what it is. You get what I'm saying? Or it could be more, but maybe I missed something, right? But for the most part, in my experience, when things aren't written down in a place, right? Like say your notebook or something, especially when it comes to things that are important that you must follow through on, right? Then it seems in our minds, it seems like it's actually way, way bigger. There's a bigger list. But when you write it down, it's like, oh, it's not too bad. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel me, say, I feel you, because I'm not by myself over here. You know what I mean? I'm being really honest and transparent with you guys. And so go back to the list, and here's how you prioritize, right? Because we're talking about how to organize your life, right? Prioritizing. So think of the 4Ds, okay? So 1, you either do it. 2, you either delete it, like just choose like you're not doing it, just delete it, take it off your plate. 3, you defer it. So deferring it means it's not really a priority right now, and you're going to defer it to a later time. It could be deferring it 2 weeks out, a month out, whatever that looks like, right? Or the last option is delegating it. So delegating it would look like you can enroll someone else to take that, task or activity and get it done for you or with you. You know what I'm saying? So these are all different things to prioritize. So I want you off of that list that I mentioned. Hey, William, welcome. Great to have you. Off of that list that I mentioned, I want you to prioritize and ask yourself, is it something you're going to do? Is it something you're going to defer? Is it something you're going to delegate? Or is it something you're going to delete? Okay. And it's going to really, and ask again, go back to the vision. Well, what is your vision? What is your goal? What's your focus for this year? And see if these activities, like the things you get to do, guys, are the things that are aligned with your vision, that are aligned with your goals. Like, for example, I'll just share with you, like for me in my business, I don't do admin stuff for my business. I don't. You know what I mean? Why? Because that's not, first of all, it's not in my zone of genius. That's number 1. Number 2, I would rather hire someone to do it for me or with me. Like I can guide them on what needs to be done so that I buy back time to focus on the things that are a priority for myself, like working out, working with clients, etc. You know what I'm saying? And so you get to identify what that is for you. You know what I mean? That could look like maybe hiring a housekeeper to clean the house, or I don't know, it could look like whatever you want it to look like. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to get really, really clear on what it is that you want. William, I see your comment, so I'm not really sure what you mean by your comment about what you said you could believe in whatever you want. Yes, of course, you can believe in whatever you want. Absolutely. Okay. So going back, guys. All right. So prioritize. I gave you the 4 things to do to prioritize. There's something else I also want you to connect with as you build your list of activities and tasks, is something I learned from a book called Redeem Your Time. Redeem Your Time. Such a great book, by the way. It's short read, not too long. It is biblical. I'm not Christian, by the way. I'm not Christian. I'm spiritual, very spiritual, and I believe in God and all that stuff. And some people may be triggered by reading biblical stuff. I'm not. I love to learn about all the religions and all that stuff. And I bring it up for a specific reason, because the book, Redeeming Your Time, was referred to me by my business coach, she's very Christian. She's into scripture, right? And so, and the book references a lot of biblical stuff, which again, take what you get to take from it. But the reason I bring up this book is because one of the things, or one of the tools I learned that I've been implementing, has been working really, really well for myself and many of my clients, is that there's you could call it the 2-minute rule, right? I'm just going to call it the 2-minute rule. 2-minute rule in closing a loop, right? Closing loops. So something for you, and this is something that will support you in not having overwhelm, is when you have like your list of things that you know that you must get done, that you get to complete, ask yourself from that list, what are some of the activities that'll take you 2 minutes or less to complete? And whatever is going to take you 2 minutes or less, you knock it out right there and then. Don't defer it, because if you defer it, what will happen is you'll have like a big list of too many things that will take you 2 minutes to complete. You get what I'm saying? And so it's smart, like as things are coming your way and as you're prioritizing your day, ask yourself, is this going to take me 2 minutes or less? Okay, if it is, I'm just going to take care of it right now. So it's complete. You're closing loops. I'm obsessed with closing loops, guys. You have no idea. I'm obsessed. I've been like, once I learned that concept last year, I've been super obsessed with closing loops. If something is going to take me more than 2 minutes, I will defer it to a time block that works when I'm working on some, like whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? So that way you're managing and you're in control of your time, and you're leading your time versus you're running your time versus time running you. You hear what I'm saying? So you get to be in charge of how you want to lead your time, how you want to run your time, right? So that's a tip. Again, closing loops is really, really important. And the tip from the book, Redeem Your Time, is 2 minutes or less. If there's an activity or an action or task that will take 2 minutes or less to complete, just get it done right there and then on the spot. Just get it done. All right. So those are things that will support you with your goals. And the other thing is, I will say this and I'll wrap it up, is you get to be super intentional with your time. Hi, Lori. I see you. Welcome, Lori. Great to see you at the club earlier today. You get to be super, super intentional with your time. So, with time, that's something you're in charge of your time. And a lot of times we think that we're not in control of our time, but it's actually not true. You're always leading your time. And if you're disempowered by how you're leading time, then you get to ask yourself, well, what's there for you? You know what I'm saying? There's opportunity for you to grow and have a breakthrough in, because we all have the same amount of time. We all have an abundance of time. It's how you are leading yourself in time. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's really the opportunity, right? So going back, I'm going to wrap this up and then I'm going to close it out, is first and foremost, how can you organize your life? How can you organize your life? So again, if you're just tuning on here live, catch the replay. You can, I'm going to post this to be an active reel for the replay, so you can go back and re-listen. To the replay. But again, look at where are you experiencing chaos in your life. Then we went through a process where you're going to write down the things, your list of activities, and see what needs to happen, what gets to happen. And then you have four things to do, or 4 things to determine. You get to choose, make a decision. You're either going to do it yourself, you're going to delegate it, you're going to delete it, or you're going to defer it. And I walked through all of that. All right. Prioritize. One thing I want to say about the destination and being clear on vision is that if you want to go to Philly, or if you want to go to New York City, you're not going to take the train to Philly. I'm going to say that again. If you want to go to New York City, y'all, you ain't going to take the train to Philly. Ain't happening, because now you're going to go in a completely separate direction. And that's what happens a lot of times when we lose focus on what we're doing, and we're not intentional. That's what happens. Same thing. You are not going to a destination that you're not familiar with without plugging the exact address of where you're going. Think of your goal, think of your vision as your GPS. It's your North Star. It's your guide throughout the year. So I don't want you to be wasting your month. It's the 20th, guys. I can't believe it's January 20th already. I feel like time is flying by so quickly, and there's so much to create, okay? So with that being said, here's your call to action. Your call to action is to make that list that we talked about and identify which out of the things that you wrote that you know you get to do that is 2 minutes or less that you can close the loop on, because I want you to focus on closing loops. Closing loops is so important. I learned that from my business coach, Shanda closing loops. I've been implementing it, and it's a game changer when you close loops, right? Because you feel empowered, because you feel you completed something, you feel empowered, and you feel accomplished, because we thrive on, that's human nature. We thrive on being accomplished. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. So, thank you, William. I see your comment. I will message you and we'll connect. I get a lot of DMs, by the way. So if I am a little behind on DMs, whether on any platform, pardon my delay and please forgive me. Okay, not personal. It just sometimes we prioritize, as I'm coaching y'all about prioritization. But William, I got you. I will message you directly. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you do complete this. Share this with people that you feel will make a difference for. So be sure to share. I will likely be on here live tomorrow at some point, because I do have some exciting things I want to share with you, but I'll share with you tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. All right. Thank you, guys. Have an amazing Friday night, and I'll see you possibly tomorrow. All right. Bye for now. Cheers.